dear Aquarius. Long time no see. It's been quite a while since we've had the privilege of being in each other's company. If you've seen my videos before, you know that I'm an Aquarius moon, so I am super excited about doing your reading for July through August. As some of you may know, if you're following my channel, I do my readings based on energy, what energies are in play, and how those energies may impact your life. Okay, a lot has happened. It's been almost a year since I put these videos out, and I thought that, you know, this time frame right now, with everything that's happening in the world, would be ideal in picking up the torch and pushing it forward per se. If you want to, you know, catch up with me and hear some of my thoughts while I've been away on my hiatus and what I've been going through and what surprises came my way, please be sure to check out my video on my channel that I put out not too long ago. It's called All Signs, Twin Flames, What is Happening in This World. Let's see what else it says. Let's take a peek at the cards and catch up. In there, I'm just doing random readings on what's happening in the world today, as well as catching you guys up on where I've been. Okay? Please be sure to like, subscribe to the channel. As I said, I'm very, very excited to be back and to be able to see what energies are at play for you. Okay? So without further ado, let's get started. All right? All right. I'm going to pull the card for the current energies here in July, moving into August. That's the energies I'm focusing on. What are the energies for Aquarius moving into August? Please show me the energies for Aquarius moving into August 2020. Please show me the energy. In Aquarius, I have the Ace of Rainbows, maturity. All right. Dear Spirit, please show me the energies at play for the Divine Masculine, moving into the month of August, here in July, moving into the month of August 2020. Please show me the energies for the Divine Masculine, Aquarius, or when I say the Divine Masculine, it could be you, dear Divine Masculine, Aquarius, or it could be the partner for the Divine Feminine, Aquarius, all right? This works both ways. As you know, tarot is very multifaceted, okay? Please show me the energies for the Divine Masculine, Aquarius, moving into August 2020, dear Spirit. Please show me the energies at play for Aquarius, Divine Masculine. Ooh, that's got to be your card. Six of Air, the burden. The burden, okay? Dear Spirit, please show me the energies at play for the Divine Feminine, Aquarius, moving into July 2020 and August 2020. Please show me the energies here in July, dear Spirit, for Aquarius, Divine Feminine, moving into the month of August from July 2020. And I have the Five of Rainbows, the Outsider. All right. When I say the Divine Feminine, that could be the dear Divine Feminine Aquarius, or it could be the partner of the Divine Masculine Aquarius, okay? Dear Spirit, or somebody that you have in mind, your soulmate, love interest, etc. Dear Spirit, please show me the evolving energy for my dear Aquariuses moving into the month of August 2020. Please show me the evolving energy for Aquarius, dear Spirit. And I have the Rebel. The Rebel. All right, breaking the chains. Dear Spirit, please show me the energy for my dear Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine Aquariuses moving into the month of August. Please show me the evolving energy, another evolving energy for my dear Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine Aquariuses. Five of Fire, totality. All right. Dear Spirit, please show me the evolving energies for Aquarius moving into the month of August 2020. Please show me the evolving energies for my dear Aquariuses Moving into the month of August 2020. Oh, that one jumped. And I have 8 of Fire, traveling. All right. Without further ado, let's get started, dear Aquarius, okay? I'm an Aquarius moon, so I'm excited. I consider this, this reading can apply to you if you're a sun sign Aquarius, moon sign, and rising, okay? All right, so coming into the month, I pulled the Ace of Rainbow, which is maturity, okay? This tells me that there's a feeling of, there's a maturing feeling. Something is maturing, something is beginning, something on the physical plane, a physical aspect is maturing in many of our Aquarius's lives, okay? This is about somebody receiving a new idea. This could be the divine masculine, the divine feminine, receiving inspiration from above, receiving inspiration about some material aspect that is waiting to be manifested in your life, okay? But let's get some clarity in regards to this. Like, what is this about, dear spirit, this maturity, this new idea that is coming into focus, that may be coming into fruition for some of my dear Aquariuses? Moving in, let's clarify. Oh, well, see, when it does that, that means it's time to... It's the card, okay? What I have here is the 9 of Water, okay? Guys, this is the card of prosperity, okay? Do you see this lady? She's sitting here, and she's sitting on a lotus flower, which always to me is indicative of love, all right? There's 4 hands, and she's not only full of love, but she's offering flowers to someone, to God, to the universe. She's thankful, okay? And behind her are 2 elephants, and as you can see from the elephants, they're pouring water out, and it seems like it's pouring onto her head, or could it be behind her head? Nonetheless, she's in the midst of prosperity. I love elephants. I love the symbolism of elephants. This is the ultimate card of prosperity. Now, this card would be equivalent to the 9 of Cups, which is a wish card. Something that, so when I see this lady on the maturity card, she's making a wish, she has her eyes closed. Some material aspect is forming in her mind, and it is beautiful, and it is blossoming. It's blossoming from within her, and it's prosperous because... somebody was prosperous. Something happened. Some of you guys, dear Aquarius, may have gotten good news from a material perspective, all right? Some of you guys may have a new job on the horizon. Some of you, my dear Aquarius, this could be indicative of a new relationship. Cups is very emotional, and maybe this emotional beginning started a material beginning, okay? I'm going to say emotional fulfillment, okay? Initiated the beginnings of material realization. Maybe some of my dear Aquariuses are already in a relationship, and that relationship is starting to mature at this stage, okay? If that's you, that this reading definitely applies to you. You're coming into the month of August with some sense of peace, serenity, maturity, abundance. Abundance is definitely highlighted in the energies coming into August. Dear Spirit, let's clarify further. Like, what is this about? This abundance, this new idea, this new materialization, this new offering of stability, perhaps? So I'm feeling stability, an offering of stability for some of my dear Aquariuses. Dear Spirit, please clarify further the 9 of Waters as it pertains to maturity for my dear Aquariuses moving into August 2020. Please clarify, dear Spirit. Oh, man, okay. 4 of Cups. So some of you guys probably had an offer on the table, okay? You talked to people about it. You weren't sure if you wanted to take this offer, all right, from somebody. This could be an offer as it pertains to your career. This could be an offer as it pertains to a friendship. This could be an offer as it pertains to a relationship. Some of you, dear Aquarius, has actually decided to bypass a relationship to actually engage in a partnership that is more emotionally fulfilling for you, one that's more loving. Nonetheless, it seems like in many of these instances, there was some communication, there was some talking, there was some guidance, there was some counseling maybe provided to you, or you provided guidance to someone else, or maybe in the course of you having these discussions, you realize where your abundance laid, okay, and you understand how abundant you are on your own or in partnership with somebody. I'm inclined to think that this has to do with a partnership because of the two elephants depicted on the cards and the lady sitting on the lotus. All right, this lady's actually seeing. Maybe it took a discussion with someone for her to really see who was for her, who is for her, where her abundance lies. She's understanding the power of the unity in this particular situation, and as such, she's actually committed to the material realization of an idea. Some of my dear Aquariuses will be moving in with a partner. Maybe some of my dear Aquariuses has actually received a proposal of marriage, okay? Maybe some of my dear Aquariuses actually have accepted an offer of commitment, a promise ring perhaps in some instances, okay? What other scenario could this be indicative of? Some people, you know, they had to discuss certain aspects of their relationship with their family, and they found they got that yes, you know, for people in those type of cultures. Nonetheless, it seems like many of my dear Aquariuses are coming in from a very peaceful place. For my singles who are not quite at that relationship stage, you actually understand that you are abundant on your own. You are abundant, and your blessings are overflowing. Something reminded you of that, okay? And like I said, this could be a result of some communion, and as such, you are maturing and you are becoming that person that will draw to him or her exactly what it is that you are, okay? The beauty of who you are, the essence of who you are is coming forth, all right, in this life, which is beautiful. So you guys are coming into August in a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. All right, so, you know, moving forward, we have the Six of Air, okay? The Six of Air is called the burden. This would be equivalent to the Six of Swords, all right? So in this particular rendition, though, this is about the burden, all right? This is about traveling somewhere, all right? Some of my dear Aquarius divine masculines may be traveling to see someone. Somebody's traveling towards you. Nonetheless, it seems like the divine masculine may have been traveling this road for a long time. So for my dear Aquariuses that have been in a situation where they have been waiting for something to manifest in their life, it seems like you can never get to the end of this road. You've had this goal, you've been working towards it, and you can't get there. But just when you think you're so weary or the burden is getting too heavy, then your guardian angel, somebody comes and helps you along. Some of my dear divine masculines have found help along the road. The burden can be heavy, all right, during this period of travel, during this period of, you know, air energy, communication, you know, but the burden is lightened through understanding in some way. Even I feel like some of my dear Aquariuses may have had disagreement, maybe with their partner, maybe within a friendship. Nonetheless, you know, they are ready to lay that burden down, you know, ready to lay that burden down. Somebody relieved that burden. Maybe understanding was, you know, you came to understanding with someone about something. We're going to clarify further this burden because there's so many scenarios this could pertain to. So let's clarify, dear Spirit, what is this about? The Six of Air for my dear divine masculine Aquariuses, moving into the month of August. And I have the Ace of Water. What a lovely, so this is definitely, as it pertains, more than likely to an emotional situation. More than likely, in many instances for my Aquarius, that would be a love relationship, okay? A cup was put on the table. An offer was made. Will you take my cup, dear Aquarius? Or Aquarius made an offer. Divine masculine made an offer. Somebody made an offer, okay? And as a result, there were some changes that need to be made. You know, in some instances, my dear Aquariuses may have to change something in their life, something about their lifestyle, all right? They had to travel across new ground. In some instances, you know, a burden had to be bore, okay? This burden maybe at times seemed overwhelming, you know, may seem overwhelming coming into the month, all right? Because somebody accepted a cup, but you know how, this reminds me of people who get involved in new relationships And you know, it's all fun and games at first. You have a good time together, you feel each other's vibe, you're able to spend lighthearted moments together. But then you get to a point where you actually combine your energies. You're in a relationship, you're married, you're engaged, you're trying to intertwine your lives, you're putting everything on the table. How can we make this work? And then it creates a burden sometimes, okay, in a relationship. And you know, sometimes that burden needs to be alleviated, or you need to know that there's that light at the end of any perceived tunnels. You know, it's all about perception. All right, but let's clarify this Ace of Cups. Please clarify the Ace of Cups, dear Spirit. What is this about? Okay, this is about two becoming one. This is about a burden that's being carried as a result of two coming together. Please clarify, dear Spirit. If this is pertaining to a career situation, same thing. Maybe some of you guys took a new job offer, all right? There's a lot of changes. Maybe you had to move as a result of that. Some of my Aquarius, this could apply to. Strength. Who has a Leo in their life? I'm a Leo. This is definitely the card of a Leo. You know, definitely some of my dear Aquarius's divine masculines went through a situation where, you know, they had to be tamed. They weren't sure what they wanted in some instances. Some of my Aquariuses didn't know what they wanted. Some of my Aquariuses had to tame the animal within them to understand what, and they just began to recognize what they wanted, all right? They began to recognize how abundant they are, and they understood that they were better together, right? And it took a little bit of, not really convincing, they had to kind of convince themselves. I get the energy of convincing yourselves, all right? A cup of love was put on the table, and as a result, you know, a whole nother burden formed, because, you know, it's kind of, this room gives me the energy of a stop and go energy. Like, okay, green light, go. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're all gung-ho. We're going to do this. We're going to get somewhere in our relationship. And then all of a sudden it's like, do I really want to go this route? Did I make the decision? Some of my dear, if you find yourself in a situation where, dear divine feminine, if you find yourself in a situation where you're not sure about your relationship, it's like it's hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. Understand that, you know, your divine masculine may be going through these certain battles within themselves. It has nothing to do with you, all right? They're changing their way of thinking. They're changing what it is that's important to them, right? And as a result of that, it may create somewhat of an internal struggle for dear divine masculine, all right? Moving right along, we have the Five of Rainbows, the outsider. This goes right along. So, dear divine feminine, if you find yourself feeling on the outside of what is promised, you were promised this beautiful idea came along, right? And then it was all loving. You got maybe your divine masculine made an offer of love, and then now all of a sudden he's acting as if it's a great burden for him, perhaps. Maybe he's had to tame some things inside of himself, you know, in order to provide you for what you need. Understand that you're never an outsider. You always have the key, all right? The key to the exit in your pocket. You can open that gate, all right? You can open the gate and you can free yourself. You can always move towards the promise. Of course, you want to move together because you know how abundant you are, but you also know how abundant you guys are together. But understand you're never an outsider. You have the key to your particular situation, all right? Just because, this reminds me, like, just because other people are confused doesn't mean that you have to be confused. You know what I mean? People have to figure out exactly what it is. It has nothing to do with you. People can actually love you still, dear divine feminine Aquarius, and still have to figure out things within themselves, all right? That's what that reminds me of. Some of you guys may be going through something like that in your relationships, all right? But let me clarify the Five of Rainbows for my dear Aquariuses moving into the month of August 2020. The outsider. Please clarify, dear Spirit, for my dear Aquariuses moving into the month of August. Please clarify, dear Spirit, for my dear Aquarius divine feminine. And I have the Maiden of Air. This woman is joyful, dear divine feminine. This is you, okay? This definitely could be your beautiful Geminis. This could be Libra. I'm getting those vibes because of the air energy. As well as Aquarius. You are. This is you. This is you, dear divine feminine, okay? All right, so, this is something that, you've been supportive through any changes that may have been happening with your divine masculine, which may be happening within your relationship with others, your friendships. You have been that person with the joyful communication. You have kept things moving forward, per se, all right? You have been energizing within your relationship, and as a result, you don't feel sometimes as if you deserve to be locked behind this gate. Understand that you have the key, that you are at one. You have been at one with nature, okay? You have the key in your pocket to open this gate and go towards the promise. It's not dependent on anyone. It's only dependent on you, dear divine feminine. Nobody else can take that joy from you. Sure, 2 is good. 2 is expansive, all right? We have but there's a lot of ones in your reading too. You have the Ace of Rainbows and you have the Ace of Water. 2, 1, saying that a lot of what you feel, a lot of what you can do is dependent on you. Don't lose that song in your heart, all right? Sometimes being too joyful and things don't go, one little disappointment will have you going the other way, running the other way, saying, you know what, to heck with this, That's what this reminds me of. But in a sense, you're still looking at the promise. You know it's there. You feel like it's locked out. Sometimes you feel hopeless. But this is a message that don't give up hope, because you know what? That rainbow is still there. That rainbow is still there, dear Aquarius. So let's clarify the Maiden of Air for my dear Aquarius, moving into the month of August, okay? Please clarify, dear Spirit, for my dear Aquarius, moving into the month of August. What else is there? Like, what is this feeling like the outsider? Feeling a lack of something, Was it a lack of love? Is it a lack of, some of my dear Aquariuses may be having some financial struggles as well, all right? And you have not been going through this. So, this is not surprising in the day and time in which we live. Nonetheless, let's clarify the Maiden of Air for my dear Aquarius, moving into August. The Star, because there's hope. Never give up hope, okay? You see this lady, she's sitting in front of what I would call a treasure chest, all right? Inside that treasure chest, the most mystical insect is coming out. It is the dragonfly. I think those are so mystical, the dragonfly. And in the background, you see a star. There's hope. There's always hope, all right? And you've always felt this hope lately, okay? You've been feeling this hope within you, all right? It's put a song within your being. You had a song within your being. And all of a sudden, you're feeling left on the outside, which I can't help but in some instances connect that to what the dear divine masculine may go through. So some of you guys may definitely be going through a hard time, but this is a reminder that there is still hope. The rainbow is still there. You have the key in your own pocket. You unlock your own happiness, okay? All right, so let's see how the energies will evolve moving through the months of July and August. Like, how will the energies evolve for my dear Aquarius is moving into July and August? And I have the Rebel. This is breaking limitation. What a wonderful flow, all right? The Rebel is equivalent to the Emperor Tarot in the traditional deck, okay? This is about structure, all right? So for my dear Aquarius that are in a situation where maybe you have started a new relationship or a new project or a new creative endeavor, this is the first fruits of success. The foundation is being laid. You're breaking the chains. You're not letting anybody hold you back. For my dear divine masculine, divine feminines who are in a situation where, you felt like you're limited in some way. You're in a situation you don't want to be in. You're in a relationship you don't want to be in. You've finally gotten the courage to break the chain, okay? Let's clarify the Rebel for my dear divine masculine, divine feminine Aquariuses moving into the month of August. Please clarify, dear Spirit, for my dear Aquariuses moving into the month of August. Clarify for my dear Aquarius. It's like a natural flow, guys, And I have the Two of Air. Some of my dear Aquariuses will be making a decision, okay? So some of the struggle that you may feel, all right, whether it's within a relationship or without, within a friendship or within your career, nonetheless, You have a decision to make. It's a crystal clear decision. There's no gray areas. All right. So if there's a change that needs to be made, if you need to break limitations, it's going to happen. You're going to go into the direction of freedom. Okay. If you're in a dead end relationship, you're going in the direction of freedom, because you're not going to, if there was some limitation within your relationship where maybe your significant other was carrying a burden, you're carrying a burden, you know, you're going to take that key out. You're not going to stay behind that fence, dear divine feminine, and you're going to break that limitation within the relationship. Maybe some of my dear Aquariuses are at a distance from each other, and you're going to break the limitation of distance. Any limitation that may be holding you back, you're ready to break the cord, break the chain. Okay, so let's clarify this 2 of air. What is this decision about, dear spirit, for my dear Aquariuses moving into August 2020? What is this decision and breaking the limitation? Wow. Okay, Leo is factored very heavily. The sun. All right, the sun. You see the light of day. It's like, all of a sudden, whatever burden you've been carrying, you remember that you've had hope. Remember, you had hope. You had the song in your heart. And then all of a sudden you remember, right? You remember that I don't have to go through whatever it is that I've been going through, okay? I can see exactly where I'm going. I know exactly what I want. Divine masculine, he's been having a battle within himself. He's been wrestling maybe with lust in some instances. But he accepted a cup of love, okay? And this change within himself has created a burden, all right? But now maybe that some of my dear Aquarius partners or the Aquarius himself is seeing the light of day, all right? And has made a final decision. And as a result of that decision, he or she or both of you are breaking the chains of limitation within your relationship, okay? The 8 of fire is about traveling. Somebody's traveling this month, okay? Somebody's traveling. We have 2 traveling cards here, even though the burden is like carrying a burden. You know, some people, for some of my Aquarius, somebody is traveling a long distance to see you, or you're going a long distance to see somebody. But somebody's traveling during the month of, and it's a long journey, all right? This is the equivalent of the 8 of Wands energy. You know, also this could indicate that Cupid arrows is flying from a long distance. You see that sun, there's hope, all right? The sun is reflected, is creating this rainbow, right, that you're looking at right here. And now you're realizing it. Those arrows are flying fast, all right? Some people are traveling by plane, by car, any way necessary. You're traveling, but you're getting there, okay? You know where you need to go, all right? Some of my dear Aquariuses have broken the limitations, all right, within their relationships, within their lives, and now they're ready to move on to the next phase, all right? So let's clarify the 8 of fire for my dear Aquarius, moving into the month of August. Please show me here in July, moving into August, what is traveling about for my dear Aquarius? Ooh, and I have the Maban. The Maban is the judgment card, all right? You see those ladies, they're pointing their fingers at each other. She's blaming hers, you know, like, whose fault is it, right? She's down in the ditch, she's up above, right? The Maban is about judgment. This is a reminder not to judge. If you're in a situation, if you're in a legal situation where people are pointing the fingers at each other, understand that you're going to get past this and you're going to move on, all right? You're moving past this period of judgment. If you feel like you've been judged, you're moving past that, all right? Let's clarify further this judgment or the Maban card. Like, what is that about? She did it, he did. You know, in some instances with their Aquarius, there were a third party may have been involved in your relationship, whether that be your career relationship or your romantic relationship. A third party was involved. It looks like maybe there's an ending to that for those instances where this is applicable. Oh, those 2 jumped out, so I'm going to take them both because I haven't had them jump out for you guys since I've been reading. And right on time because I got the Ace of Wands, all right? This is about a new passion, all right? A new passion formed. And then I have a 6 of Wands, which is a celebration, okay? So you definitely have wands. You're Aquarius. You are special. You are unique, all right? And you are able to manifest whatever it is you want. You have so many, you have in the beginnings of emotional fulfillment, you have the beginnings of material confirmation, and you have the beginnings of a passionate new beginning and success, all right? And as a result, judgment comes down in your favor. So if you're an Aquarius going through a legal situation such as divorce, separation, custody, battle, whatever, you are going to be traveling from this place because you have reached success and you did it on your own. I keep thinking, I am not afraid to try it on my own, and I don't care if I'm right or wrong. I used to like that song. That's the feeling I get reading your cards. Now, if you are in partnership, all right, you're learning to respect each other's spaces, all right? You're learning to respect each other. You're understanding that whatever issue Divine Masculine's going through, he's going to have to figure that out on his own, all right? Because you got things to do and places to go, all right? You're going to break the chain of limitation. If he's going to have to do the same thing. If you're the Divine Masculine, you're going to have to break the chain of limitation, all right? Judgment has come down in your favor as well. So these cards are definitely interchangeable between the two of you. All right. If you're single, it's the same. You know, these energies, they're at play even if you can't see them in the other's lives. That's what's so beautiful about this reading. So if you're aware of who your love is and understand that he's breaking the chains too of limitations, all right, in his own life. You know, that's the only way we can draw in, you know, the person that is meant for us, you know, in this life. All right. The person we're supposed to be with at any given moment in this life. All right. So the last energy is the 5 of Fire, which is totality, all right? Man, you had to have faith about something, okay? So for when you travel over this new ground, dear Aquarius, it requires your total being. This is the 5 of Fire, all right? This is usually a card about competition, all right? But this isn't necessarily about competition in this particular rendition, all right? This is about giving your mind, body, and soul to something, all right? In totality and with passion, all right? But we're going to clarify, what is this totality? What is something that you have to have faith in is going to happen this month? Like total faith. How does this tie into the reading? Dear Spirit, please show me the, clarify the 5 of Fire for my dear, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Aquariuses moving into August 2020. Please clarify for Aquarius moving into August 2020. Dear Spirit. Wow. I have the Crown of Fire, which is the equivalent to the King of Fire. This is definitely a male aspect. This is about trusting somebody, all right? So in those particular situations for my dear Aquarius is where you're maybe in a new relationship or you're in a relationship, all right? That maybe there were some trust issues, you know, you're giving the totality of yourself. You're learning to have faith and hoping that you get caught on the other side. The good news is that this is an indication, the Crown of Fire is an indication that this is somebody who is definitely worthy of your trust. This is somebody who is passionate about you. This could also, for some select few of my Aquariuses, this could indicate that you have left a bad situation and you're giving it your all. For people who were in a situation where they didn't know exactly what decision to make when it comes to dedicating your time to a loving relationship, all right? For my dear Aquariuses that are in partnership, this could be that maybe there were some trust issues. And finally, dear Aquarius, you have learned to let go and let God, okay? You've learned to let go and let God. Definitely, there was an ending for some of you. I just want to reiterate that. There was definitely an ending for some, all right? Or there was an ending to a certain way of being, and you've learned to trust or have faith with the totality of your being. And let's clarify the Crown of Fire. What is this about? The stable person, he comes along, this King of Fire, you know, he symbolizes also extinguishing a flame. Do you notice that the flame is out? He's extinguishing a flame. So if you're in a situation where your significant other was maybe engaged in something that you were not, that was like not beneficial for your relationship or your closeness or your togetherness, you know, he's decided to to let go of that aspect for some of my dear Aquariuses. Maybe that has something to do with the burden, especially with the Strength Tarot coming up and having to tame certain ways of being that are more conducive with partnership, all right? Please clarify the Crone of Fire for my dear Aquarius moving into August. Please clarify, dear Spirit, the Crone of Fire for my dear Aquarius is moving in to the month of August. And I have the Page of Cups. Well, that's fitting, okay? Many of you, dear Aquarius, y'all did receive an offer. You know, you could have already been in a relationship, but maybe there, you know, for many of you, there is a step up in commitment, all right? A communication came through. A communication had to happen. Some of my dear Aquariuses told the Divine Masculine or told the Divine Feminine that what was not making them happy or what was making them happy, that habit had to be quenched. That habit had to end in order for you to actually have faith in the relationship, have faith in the friendship, have faith in the partnership, okay? Because this can reach to different aspects of your life, okay? So that's an interesting reading for August. You guys definitely have a month full of surprises. Understand that, you know, you may have some difficulty towards the beginning of the month, especially those who have gone through many changes within your relationship, those who have some new material confirmation, even those who may have received a proposal this month, okay, or moving into August. If you're feeling like you're being left on the outside, oops, that's not good. What is that? Okay. If you feel like you're being left on the outside of the gate, understand that you have the key in your own pocket. What is meant to be will be. That's coming to me, all right, dear Aquarius? Don't think for a second that you can change things. Understand that it's best to let things unfold, all right, the way that they're meant to be. You cannot, and that's the thing that gives you peace, all right? It can be disturbing when you want to control everything in your life, all right? But understand that that's the way to freedom, all right? That's the way that you live free, whether you're with someone or you're apart, all right? This is how you break the limitations, all right, within yourself first. And then as you break the chains of limitation within yourself, you're able to break the chains of limitation outside of yourself, all right? Because you don't let anything tie you down in any type of unhealthy situation, all right? Even in a situation that is not healthy, whenever you are, you know, not giving time to yourself, allowing time, allocating time for yourself, you know, that can be in a way harmful or feel limiting to you. You have the key to do those things that you really want to do in this life, okay? I don't know what this is about. Some of you guys will be traveling this month. Some of you guys will be traveling over new territory because you guys have decided together to let some aspect of your relationship go, all right? Some of you guys will have communication this month about what it is that will make your partnership work, all right? And this communication will lead to a place of totality or complete faith in your situation or your relationship, all right? And then for those, you know, that did break the chains and ended a relationship this month, it's because you want to be free, all right? And you're hoping to be caught on the other side and understand that for those who have ended a relationship, you have something else coming down the pipeline, all right? It's not over because you stand true to yourself is always going to be rewarding no matter what's happened or what's going to happen in your life, all right? That's the message I have for you, all right? Let's see what else, dear Spirit. What other messages do you have for dear Aquarius? Moving into August 2020, please show us, dear Spirit. What else is there, dear Spirit? Please show us. Lift the curse, forgive. Lift the curse, forgive. Maka, lifting the curse of war, okay? For my dear Aquarius, is any of you guys who have been in a situation where you've been holding on to guilt, holding on to, you know, something from the past? You know, I have a feeling that there's somebody at least who will listen to this reading who may have been in a situation, who may have been in a situation where they forgave someone in the relationship, right? But then it became a burden because it could be divine masculine or feminine. Because, you know, you really didn't, you forgave, but you can't forget. You can't trust, all right? No matter what you do or what situation you're in, you have to, you have to learn how to forgive. Forgiveness is the freedom that you seek, okay? Dear Aquarius, within yourself. Also, it came to me that some of you guys may have been hurt in a past relationship. Some of you guys are in a very, very good relationship and you were hurt in the past, and as a result, you know, you don't trust. And you have to forgive that situation too. Forgive yourself from the past. Maybe some of you guys have done something that you were not happy about in the past, and you don't understand that you are deserving of the blessings that's rolling into your life this month. All right. There are no real winners in war. Let the divine feminine aspect lead the way to conflict resolution. So, dear divine feminine, is all within you. And when this card is speaking of leading to conflict resolution, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to say, hey, let's sit down and talk. Let me tell you what you did wrong. No, you let your life be the example, right? It's not always necessary to be confrontational. You keep that song in your heart, all right? And you live it. You love yourself, all right? Whatever that means to you. You love yourself, right? Because you have hope, all right? And you see the rainbow and the promise in your particular situation. So you do not hesitate to break that chain, any limitations in your way, and travel across new ground. Make it clear what it is that you want as you share, all right, in your relationship, all right, so that whatever unhealthy elements that may exist, they may be extinguished within your partnership, within your life, all right, and you're able to actually engage in a partnership or a friendship that is very healthy and good for you, all right, that makes you feel complete, That's what I'm getting from here. So this is a beautiful reading for you, dear Aquarius. I'm so blessed and so excited to have been able to communicate, you know, these messages to you. I hope that you're able to apply them as applicable, you know, through your journey this month. All right. This reading is from mid-July through mid-August. All right. So I will be back for mid-August through mid-September next. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share as you see fit. Also, I have a website at www.twinflamelovejourney.com. It is a work in progress still, guys, because I took a whole year off. But feel free to go out there and look around, leave any suggestions on my discussion board. I would love to see some of you guys engage there, if you so choose. But I love this sage. This is actually blue sage, guys, for those sage enthusiasts. But yeah, so until next time, I want to say much love and many blessings to you guys. Bye, Aquarius.